Several months ago, when we made the decision that our team would seek to provide leadership in Marco City once again, one of the key issues was the amount of unpaved roads throughout this constituency. We did not want to make the mistake of coming in and raising the same old questions that have been raised for many of you for the last 15 years, for the last 3 election cycles, the same conversation with residents. And so we've encountered a tremendous amount of frustration and anger because persons have heard stories or have been sold dreams by all political organizations. Now, there have been some progress. Just across Baleo Road, you would be aware that some work was done by the Free National Movement when last in government. In this community, obviously, the developers are mixed. Some developers have died, others no longer have resources. The port has made a determination in the past that it is really not their primary responsibility, it is the developer's responsibility for roads, and that the danger in the port coming in, paving all of the roads, is that it sets a precedence that all other communities in the Freeport community that have unpaved roads expect the exact treatment. That's been the same argument used by central government as well. And so the question is, since developers are no longer in the picture, for the most part, and the port and central government, while they wish to see a change, they themselves are not prepared to fully undertake making that change happen. The question is, where do we go from here? And so tonight, this meeting is really about us looking at some concrete steps that can be taken so that in the short to medium term, we have movement on 2 fronts. One, the installation of city water so that persons are able to move from their wells, and that we've heard that has been a persistent cry as we've knocked on doors, and it's an age-old issue. And we want to say tonight that it is doable, and we believe we will make progress tonight in that direction. Secondly, we also believe that it is doable in terms of beginning the process to have roads paved in this area. And so I'll speak about that in just a moment and outline who all we have been in discussions with and what commitments have already been made. So first, let me invite from the Grand Bahama Utility Company, Mr. Geron Turnquest.
The first thing that we have to do, and when I say we, that is a contractor or whoever is going to do the work in this area, we have to do what we call an engineering survey. Because throughout the area here, some of the roads may be in the right location, some of them may be a little off, and so forth like that. So there's an engineering survey that needs to be done by the surveying companies. And then we need to do what we call the engineering drawings, infrastructural drawings. And those infrastructural drawings, once they have been done, they are then approved by my office at Grand Bahama Utility. And once those drawings are approved, then we can move forward to installing those pipes. Now, why do we have to do all of that survey and the infrastructure? Well, the survey, we need to be sure that we're not on people's property. We've got to be sure that we have identified the right-of-way. That is where we can put our lines, water lines. If you got telecommunications, some of them, they bury some of their lines, and so forth like that. But we need to identify and ensure that we have identified the right-of-ways so that we can put our lines into the ground. Now, once we have identified that, like I said, the drawings would have to be done by a professional engineer who provide those drawings as to our specs. Then we can proceed with the constructing or the installation of the pipe work. So all of that sounds like that's a long process, but it's not really a long process. It's just once somebody's engaged, that can be done in a matter of weeks.